Hello everybody out there and welcome back to another episode of The World's Finest. And these reviews are a bit late, guys, so we're grouping as many books as we can in one video, or mostly me. I think Mike only has one more solo review to do. But anyway, in this review I've got 4 books, 1 digital, 3 physical. We've got Batman and Robin Eternal, issue number 5, Green Lantern, 46, and Superman, Flash, both one-shots here to talk about. So let's start off with the digital book. Batman and Robin Eternal, issue number 5. Issue 6 is next week. This was an excellent book. I enjoyed it. Artwork had its moments where it was up and down. Dick kind of pulled a Bruce and wanted to check on Tim's parents because he doesn't know who to trust. And we saw at the end of the last issue, if you didn't see it, this is a bit of a spoiler, so don't check this out. Wait. But we saw that Tim was talking to Mother. But we find out that Tim... I love how this new DCU Tim actually has the ability to change histories and whatnot and records. He's basically like a hacker. And he changed records to protect and hide his parents out. Now, in the old DCU, Tim lost his parents. So, it's interesting how they're doing this book. But I like how one of the parents said he arrived. So it leads me to wonder if he arrived as in was given to them and he is an adopted child, or if they had him. I think he was an adopted child. This is my opinion. I could be wrong. We'll find out as the series goes on. Harper is following Cassandra. The whole book opens up with a flashback to Batman and Robin chasing after Crane, a.k.a. the Scarecrow. And Scarecrow was in cahoots with the orphan, who apparently had Cassandra working for him. She was his child, or his apprentice, or whatever you want to call it. And then we flash into the future, or the present day, and Cassandra leads Harper there, and we don't know why, and then this humongous fight between them and the orphan breaks out, but Cassandra's now no longer with the orphan, and he tries to, offer her a place back with him. She denies it. He calls her a bunch of things, including a monster, and of course Harper believes that there's good in Cassandra and tells her don't listen to him as he runs off into the sunset, and Poppy actually arrives at Tim's parents' house to confront Dick, because Mother wants Dick dead. Dick dead. That's going to be the title of one of these books, I bet. But a huge fight breaks out, and then we find out that the parents who are claiming their son's dead, and Dick's like, what do you mean your son is dead? It turns out that, like I said, he protected them, so there was this huge thing where the house turned into like this... The parents got hidden away, and the house kind of defends itself against Dick and Poppy because they think both of them are the bad guys. They get shot outside. Tim actually confronts Dick going, what the hell are you doing? How could you do this? You brought this to my parents' door. And he says, I had to be sure. I knew you weren't, working with Mother, but I had to make sure. And Tim just was not happy with that at all. And you could see that with Bruce gone and Dick kind of having to take up his mantle while he's kind of down and out, people aren't happy. And Tim was very pissed off by the end of this issue. I'm really excited to see where this goes from here. It was a really great issue. Green Lantern 46. I love this Looney Tunes cover, by the way. Don't you love this Looney Tunes cover? It's awesome. Hal brings Black Hand to... oh, God. The name left me completely. I had it in my head and it just disappeared. But anyway, he brings him to, oh God, he says his name, Relic. Wow. I don't know how it left me. So Hal brings Black Hand to Relic to kind of figure out what's going on, why Black Hand has the ability kind of to use the source wall, even by mistake, and they come to the conclusion that he needs to go back into the wall. Humongous fight breaks out. Darlene and the others show up, Virgo and Trapper, to help Hal Jordan out. And long story short, he gets sucked back into the wall. And basically, Hal Jordan has his crew now. Him, Virgo, and Trapper are going to be working together to, police the universe, find out what happened to the Green Lantern Corps, and, keep everybody safe for the time being. However, he wants to make a pit stop home first. So next issue is going to be Hal Jordan going back to Earth. This is an okay issue. Again, I feel like this is more just tying up loose ends with Black Hand, fixing the what do you call it, the source wall. I don't know. This story arc was good. I'm not taking it away from Rob Venditti. He's doing an excellent job with Green Lantern, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like Green Lantern because right now he's kind of a renegade and not a Green Lantern because of all that cover-up that he did. So, I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see where Green Lantern goes once everything fixes up. And, of course, during the Darkseid Wars, Oa's is still there, the Guardians are still there, and Green Lantern's still Green Lantern completely. So, I love how these books, how DC is now giving themselves the greatest excuse of all. Look, this is not in continuity. That is not in continuity. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and certain Justice League books are. Actually, no, none of the Justice League books right now are. Go figure. Anyway, the Darkseid War Flash and Superman. In Flash, we have, it's inside of Flash. The Black Racer wants to take over Flash and wants Flash to be its new host in order to, you know, keep the, I don't know, so he can control the phase of everybody. Basically, he'll have a body in order to keep, you know, death going. And all Barry has to do is kill one person. And he refuses to do it. And Black Racer shows him a bunch of people and how if he doesn't submit to the Black Racer, everybody's going to die. He has to do this in order to save the world. He even goes as far as to say, well, maybe I'll put myself with one of your enemies like Zoom or Grodd or whatever. And still, Barry's like, okay, I have to kill one person? Fine. I'll kill you. The artwork in this book really is what saves this book for me. I love the artwork in it. It was really awesome. I love the way Flash looked in this book, and some of the other artwork was really great as well. But in the end, though, this was the weaker of the two one-shots this week, and this kind of solidifies what I was saying all along. And I'm kind of glad that next week's books, I actually have my other two one-shots in digital format first to see if I'll actually like them. Pick the heroes you like and skip the ones you don't because it doesn't matter. The book began and ended with the events that happened in Justice League 44, where Flash and Black Racer united and what happened in Barry's head. So, did you have to have this book? No. It just showed you some internal dialogue with Flash. And you didn't need Superman either. Superman comes back to Earth from Apocalypse, and he's messed up because he absorbed too much of the dark solar energy on Apocalypse, and now all he wants to do is, believe it or not, and this is once again why if you're not a Superman fan, you might not like this book, all he wants to do is eat apple pie and whatever. So Superman comes back to Earth. I like the way he looks with this like power from Apocalypse. I'm not saying I want him to stay that way, and I do not want a revisit of this Superman. No, this Superman was nice for its time, no more. But Superman's fighting this alien in space. They crash land on Earth, and this alien releases this black goop that's slowly taking over all the Metropolis and engulfing it and kind of freezing it underneath the black goop. I don't know what it basically encases everybody. Think of it as Han Solo Carbonite. I say this because I'll be doing Star Wars in my next video. So Jimmy tries to snap Superman out of it. He knows where Superman is. He tries to talk to him, say, this isn't you, you're being controlled, let me help you. And basically, it's like, think of Superman 3. I know nobody likes to hear that number, or especially Superman 4, but think of Superman 3. He's basically a perverted version of himself right now, and finally, towards the end of the book, he kind of, you start to see that glimmer of hope that he's fighting back, and he knows he needs help. He frees Metropolis under a, you know, guised reason why, and then he's like, I know Jimmy's happy I'm back, but I need help. And that's what and you could see that he's kind of trying to figure, I think now that he's under the solar sun again, the Earth sun, it's kind of counteracting the Apocalypse solar, I don't know. Whatever it is, Superman knows there's something wrong. I love this cover, by the way, and I love the internal artwork. Internal artwork is awesome. But again, Superman is struggling in every single one of these one-shots. Last week's Batman, this week's Flash and Superman, all of them say the same thing, to be continued in issue 46 of Justice League. Now, I remember back in the days, in the 90s, when something happened in Justice League and they wanted to do one-shots, they didn't do one-shots. They reached out to the main series and did one issue where it connected to Justice League because everything was in the same universe. I understand DC's doing this so that this way they can give us diversity and a bunch of different areas of their multiverse. But to be honest, the one thing I think a lot of diehard old school DC fans want is this universe back. The one that started in 1986. And I feel like DC's trying to appease us by giving, that Superman to this universe, by giving us hope with Titans Hunt, by giving us little things here and there, but they're not directly giving the fans back or listening to the fans that want the old back. However, a counter argument now, especially now because we're in issue 46, it's been 46 months of this, a counter action now is a lot of people really like the new DC universe. They don't want to go back to the old DC universe. A lot of people started in this universe. So now you've got conflicting emotions. You got people who wanted the old DC universe way back before the new DCU started, and now you've got these new fans, and some of the old fans actually, who like the new DCU and don't want to go back to the old DCU. So now you've got a huge problem. Now you've got conflicted fans. You've got Marvel throwing out a lot of issues right now, a lot of comic books. You've got the independents that are doing excellent work, like Image and IDW and Zenescope and Valiant, and now you got Double Take coming out of the woodworks as well. You've got a lot of competition out there, and DC, I feel like, they need to get on the ball. They need to get something grounded again. They need their universe grounded in one place, whether it be new DCU, old DCU, Earth 21, Earth 60, no, there's only 52, Earth 50. You need to figure out what Earth you're sticking with and go with it. And then you've got to really build up your books again, because that's why every 4 or 5 months a series is being, 6 books are being canceled. So that's just a mini rant. I enjoyed these books for what they were worth. Lowest out of the list was Flash. Again, that's why I tell you guys, pick and choose which one-shots you want. You don't have to get them all. You don't need them at all, actually. But if you're a fan of a certain superhero, like this was my absolute must-get, that's all you need. You don't need to get anything else. Till then, guys, there's a bunch of links in the description below. Check them out at your leisure. Lots of great stuff from lots of great sites like Comic Frontline, Zone 4 Podcast, Frontline Gaming Zone, and other social media sites connected right here on Dark Avengers C86. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of the books, because I know I just opened up a can of worms where I'm sure a lot of people are like, why can't DC go back to its old? No, I don't. Believe me, this is an argument that's going to last the days of time. Just your thoughts on these books would be really great. I know you guys, a lot of people either love it or hate it, so it's really, at this point, we got to take what we get, and that's all, and buy and choose what we like. So any thoughts on these books here, likes, dislikes, agree, disagree, feel free to let me know in the comments below. And until next time, everybody, take care, keep reading, keep collecting, and I'll see you guys really soon in the next video.